Hey guys, I hope you guys are ready for another fun night. I have a ton of fun stuff on my desk. We are decorating the cupboard today, and I've got some flowers to play with, and a little box of goodies here. So we're going to have some fun with that. And of course I have all my embellishment bags over here on the side of me. So let me move these guys out of the way. And I want to do a little bit of my alcohol inking, so that way that has time to dry. So that's what you see here. And we're going to do a cross, and we're going to do a fence. Okay? I have the Tim Holtz Adiron ink, which is ginger, and the alcohol blending solution. Heidi Swapwood stamp, which I absolutely love this stamp. I don't know if you guys can see that. My light seems very bright to me today. Is that a little better? Maybe? I hope so. Okay. So if you remember, this is the cover that we did. Still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with these guys. I might end up putting one of my sticky sleeves on. Here's the inside cover. And we did all of our flaps and all of our inserts. You can see the tab a little bit better there. So this is what we've done so far. I hope you guys have all had an amazing week. Mine's been pretty decent. Looks like I didn't stick that one down all the way. Trying to think if there was anything really interesting this week. I don't think so. We went and had lunch with Jason's dad, who had hernia surgery done, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and he's doing really good, thank goodness. And Jason's grandfather, who is 90, also, he fell a couple of weeks ago and he broke his hip and had to do a whole hip replacement, and thank goodness he's doing okay. Grab. Oops. Alright. So yeah, just kind of, checking in on the family, and they were the two main reasons why we moved out here. Not that the rest of the family doesn't matter, but they were the two main people that we were worried about when we made the decision to move out to Vegas. So I'm just going to take this and use it as kind of a background stamp, and I really want, let's do this side. Oh, actually, you know what? I need my Memento ink. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's try that again. Grab a baby wipe real quick. So yeah, checking in on Grandpa, and he's doing really good. For being 90 years old, he's just such an amazing person to me. And there are, working in a pharmacy, I have come across a lot of elderly people that are mean and angry, and they want everything their way and they want it done right now. And I always, I tell my husband all the time, I don't ever want to grow bitter. And that's like the one rule I have, is that I'm not allowed to grow old and bitter. I'm allowed to grow older, but I'm not allowed to be bitter about it. And so I want to be like his grandfather. His grandfather is just, the man is 90 and had a hip replacement, for crying out loud, and still has a smile on his face. He's not angry at anybody. He understands that, he fell, and, he's got, like, early signs of Parkinson's, and, they haven't declared it, like, dementia? Not sure how you pronounce that word exactly. They haven't quite declared it that, because he still has a really good memory, but it's only certain things that he really seems to remember, if that makes sense. So he's just such a happy-go-lucky person, and I want to be like that. If I if I'm lucky enough to make it to 90, I want to be happy about it, you know? I want to be happy that I've lived that long and I've had an amazing life so far. And, you know, he had his 80th birthday party and they did like a huge, like, dance party or something. This was before I met my husband, but, you know, he was dancing. And the crazy thing is that he danced and had a broken neck and didn't even know it. It just tells you the strength of this man. And I just think he's absolutely, and he's so adorable. I just love him to pieces. You know, poor guy, he hasn't seen my kids too much, so he, you know, doesn't have their names all memorized, but he just, you know, he's always telling my kids, you're so beautiful, and I'm so glad you're my grandbaby, and he just an absolute sweetheart, such a sweet soul, and, so, you know, I have offered to help, and I know he needs, like, full-time care, and obviously, you know, I can't pick him up or anything like that, but you know, if they need me to, I could always go over there in the morning and help him with his coffee. Unfortunately, we just found out that his caregiver, who was just, oh my gosh, he was so amazing. He had, like, I think a family emergency. And so, you know, of course, he's got to go take care of his family. And but it kind of sucks for Grandpa because, you know, Tony was so amazing at taking care of Grandpa that Grandpa didn't feel like he was a caregiver. He felt like he was, you know, his best friend. They would go to Starbucks, and Tony would take him to the park and, you know, do his job and watch him and make sure that he didn't fall and that he was okay and things like that. And so it kind of sucks that we lost Tony, and now we have to find a new caregiver for him. So I offered to help when and where I can until we can find someone a little more permanent. The family's been just amazing and grateful, and they're like, no, you know, we'll figure something out, and if we do need you, we'll call you and let you know, and because they know that I can't do too much, but I can help where I can, you know what I mean? So it's not working out. But just such an amazing family. And it's so weird because, like, I didn't have that growing up. My family is a very odd family, I should say, because they never, you know, we never changed out of that. We're still a very odd, dysfunctional family. But, yeah, so it's kind of, it's a new scenario for me, and it's different, and it's weird sometimes to, you know, see a loving family actually love each other in a way that, you know, a family should, I guess. Because my family is not like that. My family likes to fight. Everybody fights with everybody. Everybody's mad at somebody for something that they did 50 years ago. So I think it's a lot of the, you know, because I don't speak to a lot of my family. My mom and I are actually just now getting onto good terms. A lot of people thought my mom was my sister growing up just because of the way we fought all the time. And like I said before, my parents are both hearing impaired. So I used to get told all the time that, you know, when my mom and I would fight, we'd sound like two birds flapping in the wind because our hands would be going a mile an hour yelling at each other in sign language, which I'm sure was funny for somebody who didn't, you know, understand what was going on. My mom and I laugh about it now, which is kind of cool because she's turning 61, and she was born and raised in Tokyo, Japan. So, you know, she was born in a different culture and a different lifestyle, and so she didn't understand, you know, why I did certain things or why I would say something, you know, that she would never imagine saying to her parents. And it wouldn't be anything bad. It would just, you know, like asking why. I guess you don't ask why as a kid growing up in Japan. Well, back in, you know, because my mom was born in 53. But, you know, she was never allowed to walk side by side with her parents because she was different. And, you know, my mom unfortunately actually had a very bad childhood now that I'm thinking about it. Now that I'm actually sitting here thinking about it, it wasn't a very nice childhood for her. You know, she was always kind of the black sheep of the family because she was deaf. And, you know, she was pretty much born that way. She had, I believe the doctor says, like the first 2 minutes of her life she was hearing. But she was born so premature. She was 2 pounds, 1 ounce. And, you know, they didn't know if she was going to make it, and they were testing some sort of drug or something. And they offered it to her and her family took it. And unfortunately, the end result was that my mom was going to be either A, blind, B, deaf, C, paralyzed, or all the above. And luckily for my mom, you know, she's only deaf. I mean, she's legally blind now, but that's because she's diabetic and she was unaware of it for so long. She didn't know what was wrong. And, you know, my mom was young and drank, and you're not supposed to do that when you're diabetic. So, you know, she's paying the price for it now. But, I mean, other than that, my mom and I are, it's weird that I can call my mom a friend, because I've never in 29 years been able to say that. Because my mom was always like my worst enemy. Now, granted, we could never live together because we would kill each other. We would just go back into our old ways. We could never live together. But my mom lives in Texas, so it's kind of nice that, you know, we talk on the video phone all the time. And, well, just about daily, actually. She, you know, because my mom's pretty lonely. She doesn't have a lot of friends in Texas, and she's got her roommate out there, but they don't really do much together anymore. He's got custody of his daughter now, so he's usually spending time with her if she's not, you know, if she's in school or whatever. He's usually hanging out with her most of the time, so. And my mom also had a hip replacement 3 years ago, I think. And, of course, my mom is stubborn and doesn't listen to anybody, because that's just my mom. And she didn't listen to the doctors when the doctors told her, you know, you got to get up and walk around, and you're not supposed to be using a cane, and you're not supposed to be doing this. And, yeah, my mom didn't listen. So, anywho, back to what I'm doing here. I am just alcohol inking this all up. And now I'm taking the ink blending tool and kind of undoing what I did, if that makes sense. I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. I kind of want my alcohol ink to dribble. So I don't know if you can see that? How it turns it kind of black to white? Because when I first bought the alcohol blending solution, I thought it meant it was going to blend my alcohols. These guys. Yeah, way wrong. It doesn't do that. So don't buy it for that purpose. It's actually meant to take the alcohol off, from what I understand. I was getting so frustrated with it because I couldn't understand why it was taking off my ink instead of blending it together like I thought it was supposed to. It was really making me mad. So I ended up doing some research on it, and I found an actual little clip on YouTube from Tim Holtz saying that, you know, they had to redo the bottle on it because too many people were getting frustrated, wondering why it wasn't blending the way it should have been. So I watched that and realized, oh, so that's why it's not working the way I thought it was supposed to be. That's kind of frustrating. I love alcohol inks. I'm so glad I found these. I don't remember who I learned them from. It was probably Jane, but I love playing with these. I just love the different looks you can get. Let me show you what I come up with. So this is the cross. So it just looks a little old and a little beat up, and, you know, I don't know if you can see the wood grain stamp in there. And then we have our fence. You probably won't be able to see the wood grain in that one either. See how it's like darker in a couple spots and lighter in others? I just love the way that looks. Okay, let me put these guys back. So I am getting so excited that I'm getting closer and closer and closer to being able to do my canvases. Now, I'm not going to lie, I am extremely nervous about doing my canvases, only because I've never done one before, so I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm a little freaked out about that. Oh, I had to adjust my chair, sorry guys. Oh, today wasn't such a good day for me, health-wise. My back has been very angry with me lately. I don't know what I did to make it so mad, but I've had to kind of take it really easy because I don't want to make anything angry. Okay, this is the sleeve that I'm talking about. Now, this used to be on a huge, like, roll, and I got it from Marshall's, I want to say like a year ago, and I honestly can't even tell you what it is. It's very textured. I don't know if you can Well, my lighting isn't very good tonight. Maybe if I go up this way? Can you guys see that? Oh, too bright. Too bright. Maybe. Okay, can you kind of see here how it's like textured? It's actually very cool, and it's kind of like, sorry guys, I'm like blinding myself as I'm trying to move my light. Move some other stuff out of the way. I don't know what it is, and I really wish I did, because I would love to find more of it. I only bought the one box they had. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and slap this down. Anyways, I only bought the one box they had, of course, because I didn't know what I would use it for, but bought it because I thought I might make use of it somehow. And, I wish I knew what it was. But it's extremely sticky. And it's almost like, it kind of reminds me of like a mulberry paper. Kind of. But it's, you know, obviously it's a little bit thicker. And it's got adhesive on the back. So I'm just going to lay that down there. Oh, sorry. I don't even know if I'm in frame. For some reason, I feel like my camera has moved back this way. And I don't know what I did. And I tried adjusting it before I hit the record button, but I don't think I did a very good job. So I have a lot of new subbies, so welcome to all of you. I'm very excited to have you. I tried to message everyone back, so it's kind of hard to express excitement through writing, but I'm very, very excited. I had one young lady comments about how she's learning and she's new and she wants to get into everything little by little, and so I'm very excited to have you. Welcome to the club of all the crazy newbies, because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I want to alcohol ink that, or if I want to just, I think I kind of want to just leave it be. I kind of like the yellow contrast against that. See, and this would be the point where you guys would tell me what to do. I really wish there was, like, a way to chat with you guys or something. And I'm sure there is. I mean, like, Ustream and stuff like that, but I can't do all that right now. I would love to. Someday. I would like to get good enough to, you know, do classes and stuff like that. But I'm talking years down the road. I'm one of those that I have to plan everything, but I don't follow any of my plans. Does that make sense? Like, oh, I'm going to dinner with so-and-so tomorrow, and then that doesn't happen. I'm okay with that plan not working out. When it comes to, like, life goals, I'm always making plans. Oh, my glue gun is stuck. Oh, hang on a second, guys. Sorry, my glue gun wire is stuck under my chair. That could be dangerous, because, you know, I don't try to cause fires by gluing a remote. So that's still, every time I look at my remote, I die laughing. I just think it's so funny that I did that. Because only I could do it. And I bought this gun at Hobby Lobby, and I don't know if I like it. I really wish I had the money to buy the one that Jane was promoting. I can't think of the name right now, to be honest. And I probably should have wrote it down. I didn't write down a list this week. I feel really bad about that. I did not write a list this week of stuff that I wanted to talk about. That's because I'm so random anyway that, you know, I usually do 5 minutes of what's on my list, and then after that it's just me rambling and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. So, you know, you guys seem to not mind, which is good, which I appreciate. Okay, and then this one's going to go right here on the Christian page. Oh, I've got fuzzies all over the place. Okay. So I'm just going to place these down. And the only bad thing about this glue gun, I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but it really irks me. And I'll show you guys here in just a second what I'm talking about, because it's doing it right now and it's making me really upset, because it makes it really hard. My hands are already, like, I have early signs of arthritis in my hands, so, which really is a bummer. But, oh, look at you get all crazy. Stop it. Okay. Where am I going? This way? This way. Let's go this way. This way. I don't know if you guys can see the gunk that's in there. Can you guys see that? Maybe if I bring it down here and zoom in. Alright, we're going to play with my camera today and see what I can come up with. Okay. So, if I hold this right here, there is a whole bunch of gunk down here from, like, the glue gun doing whatever it's doing. I don't even know what it is. I don't know if you guys can see that. No, it doesn't really. I'm looking at my camera and it doesn't really look like you guys would be able to see it. But let me just pull it out. You see all that? Isn't that crazy? It's all just sitting at the bottom of my glue gun. And it drives me crazy. What did I just do with my tweezers? I have a pair of tweezers here somewhere. This is probably why I should clean my craft room. Okay, so I'm just gonna, because it drives me nuts, and then it makes it really hard for me to push the glue. Do you see that? Huge chunk of glue just pops right out. And once I clear that space out, the gun is easy to use again. And I've noticed that, like, if I leave my glue gun on, I don't have that issue. It's when I unplug my glue gun and plug it back in that it seems like everything just gets compact in there. Look at that. Isn't that horrible? That's a lot of glue wasted. I mean, not a lot, but, you know, it's not like glue is extremely expensive. But I'm still bummed about it because I don't realize that, you know, that my, sorry guys, I'm reaching for more glue sticks in my little cubby. I don't realize that it's all gunked up until, like, I go to squeeze the gun and nothing is coming out, and then I get frustrated and I'm all upset, and, you know, it's a bummer. Anywho, enough with that rant. So, oh, and I wanted to, has anybody ever, like, done what I'm doing right now, where you've had a customer order something from you, like, crafty-wise, and then contact you and go, yeah, it's not going to work out as well as I planned? Not that my customer doesn't want the albums. She still wants the albums. But I don't know if you guys remember why I'm making the albums. The albums are supposed to be for her family reunion coming up in November. She's no longer having the family reunion. So she told me to go ahead and make the album. Because, I mean, she's already, like, on my end, she's already paid up. She paid for everything up front and handed me 5 massive boxes of products to use on the albums. And I just, sorry guys, my lighting is really bugging me tonight. I don't know what's going on. Good? Yeah, kind of, sort of? Alright. I'll keep playing with it as we go. Anyways, so she emails me 2 days ago and says, kind of bummed out, you know, my plans with the family aren't working out the way I thought they were going to, and, excuse me just a second, guys. Oh, sorry. And, you know, she's talking about how she, you know, I ordered the 30 albums, and I really want you to still make them, but I don't know what to do with them all because basically my whole family's falling apart right now. So I emailed her back, and I said, look, you and I made the agreement that it would be X amount of dollars per album, and then you sent me a ton more extra by giving me the product to make the albums with. So in my eyes, our deal is done. You know what I mean? And not like, I don't want to be like, you know, I'm done with you. It's not that. It's just, she paid me up front, and she sent me everything I needed to make the product, which that was not part of the deal. That was like a massive, oh my gosh, amazing bonus that she just decided to throw in there for me. And, so I told her, I said, you know, if you use them for your family, use them for your family, and if you don't, you don't. I'm not going to be upset about it. Some people might think differently, and that's okay, but that's just my viewpoint on it. You know, when her and I discussed it, we made the agreement that this would be, you know, 30 albums paid for, and that was the end of it. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to be mad if she turns around and gives them to a friend of hers. You know, who am I to say that that friend isn't more like family than family is? I know what that's like. I have more friends that are like family members to me than my own family is. So I can understand where she's coming from on that. And I even told her, I said, you know, you go to a craft fair or something and you want to take them with you, sell them. I don't care. If you want to make your money back and extra profit, go ahead. I'm not going to be upset about that. I have no issues with it whatsoever. And honestly, guys, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm just laying stuff down. Oh, and I didn't glue that on all the way. See, because I was having issues with my glue gun. So, and some people may not agree with me, and that's alright. But I feel like, you know, when she asked me to do this, that was the deal. She was going to pay me for 35 albums, and I was going to make 35 albums. I don't care who they go to. There's no contract or law stating that she can't sell my stuff. I don't, I'm not worried about it. I feel really bad for her, she's, in the beginning, she was a customer, okay? And she has, over time, like I said, we've been talking since, I want to say like the end of February, beginning of March. And, she's become a friend. And, she's been really encouraging on my journey and an amazing supporter. And honestly, she gave me the confidence to start. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I sold the 2 albums on eBay, but she was like, oh my gosh, your work is amazing and I absolutely love what you do. Could you make me an album? Can I ask you to make 2 albums for me for my aunts that are having birthdays? And I went, yeah, sure, why not? And she sent me all the stuff that I would need to make their albums as well. And I thought, oh, that's really cool. Well, and then, a couple weeks went by after I sent her the albums, and she had then asked me if I would be willing to take on this massive project, which in the moment was really exciting, and I didn't really realize what I was doing. Would I ever take on a project this massive again? I don't want to say no, because I don't like saying never, because you never want to say never, you know what I mean? If the opportunity came along and it was offered to me, I probably would again. But I'd want to make it where I'm like a machine and I just go. You know what I mean? They're all different. No 2 are the same. And things like that. So if I were to take on a project this big, I would want the customer to be aware that I'm going to make every single one exactly the same. Does that make sense? Just so it's easier for me to mentally handle and just slam them out and be done. Because these are they're kind of mentally draining, if that makes sense, because it's 30 albums in one shot, and that's a lot. What am I grabbing for? I'm grabbing for these guys. These are my bigger flowers. So, I don't think I would do this again, where it's 30 random albums from one person. What am I looking for now? I don't have a clue. Oh. Sorry guys, I'm really scatterbrained. Her email really bothered me today. And not because, the whole family reunion thing and she may not use them for her family. That, I don't even care about that. It's the fact that, this lady has served in our military. She's retired Navy. And, she, I think she said she was 50-something. 54, 55, somewhere in there. Anyways, she comes from a time where women being in the military was very rare and not so common. And her family, shunned her for it. And so she still has, a lot of family issues with, a lot of her family members accepting the fact that she was ever in the military. She's retired now. But they still have issues with the fact that she had 2 boys, and they stayed at home with Dad instead of with her. And I don't get it. I just don't understand. And I feel horrible. I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand how people could do that to somebody. She fought for your freedom to not like her. Really? I don't know. I just don't understand people who can do that. But anyways, so I told her, I said, if you are not comfortable with giving these to your family members, don't. Please don't. I don't want you to feel like because you paid me to make them for your family that you feel obligated for your family to have them. Because if your family's treating you like crap, why would you give them something? Seriously. So she felt a lot better about that. She, was telling me, I think I'm going to take you up on your suggestion, and I'm going to see if I can find a little craft fair and make a little money for myself. Because she got injured when she was in the military, and then they forced her to retire. So, yeah, it breaks my heart that, ugh. I think sometimes I'm overly sensitive. Does anybody else feel that way? And I think in a way that it's a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing because it makes me kind of gullible to certain situations. But I don't know. I feel really bad for her. And so anyways, like I was saying, she sent me an email and she's like, you know, go ahead and make the albums however you wish. And I'm thinking to myself, well, crap, I'm almost done now. You know, I've gone through and literally I have 5 more sitting here that are 90% of the way papered. I'm just doing the inserts now. Those are getting papered right now. And then I have 5 more sitting off to the side over here. How do I want to tuck this? I want to tuck this in somewhere. I have like 5 more sitting behind me that they're completely naked. They have nothing on them. All they have is a cut up chipboard on the inside, and that's it. So I'm thinking to myself, well, crap. I'm almost done, you know? But it's alright. She's smart, and she'll figure out what she needs to do with them, and she'll make the money where she needs to, and I feel really bad. I wish there was something I could do for her, but unfortunately there's not much I can do but just to keep doing what I'm doing, you know? And, she's trying to open up an Etsy store. She doesn't really know what she's doing. You know, she's not very computer savvy, like I'm not computer savvy either. I don't know what I'm doing. That's why I make my husband do it all. My glue is gunking up on me again already, which kind of makes me mad because my glue gun's been on for a little bit. So it's making it really hard to put anything on. So, sorry guys, I'm actually concentrating tonight, which is kind of weird for me because I'm usually not this quiet. I just usually keep right on talking. And I actually have to think today, so it's kind of weird. Totally different aspect, huh? I think I want a curly keel on that guy. So, like I said, I hope you guys all had a fantastic week. Mine was I don't really have like an exciting life. I'm pretty quiet, kind of keep to myself, try to stay in the house. The only time we go out is when Jason's home and he wants to go do something. Jason's so not a homebody. If he doesn't have to be home, he won't be. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter what we're doing. He wants to go out. So, which is fine by me. I'd rather stay home, but I don't mind going out if he wants to. So he had Thursday, Friday off this week, and we went to, he was so sweet. He took me to Joann's and Hobby Lobby, and no, I'm sorry, Tuesday morning. We went to Tuesday morning, and, you know, kind of window shopped, and we bought a couple of things, of course, because you can't take a crafter into a store like that and expect them not to buy anything. That's just impossible. But, we bought a few more things to prep for the canvases, and, ouch, don't touch the top of your gun, it's hot. I had to get that glue out of there, or else I'm never going to get this done. So I'm getting more and more excited. I just watched Jane's video on her process on doing her canvas for the day she had with a friend of hers, and oh my gosh, it's amazing. I really wish I could, I'll get there someday. I really wish I could see things the way she does. I'm hoping to get there someday, I should say. Because I can't guarantee that I will, because I don't know. But just the way she sees things, and it just amazes me. I don't get it. I just sit there in awe going, how did you do that? I totally didn't see that coming. It's like watching a drama series, and then, like, the last thing you expected happens. You're like, whoa, what did you just do? I don't get how she does it. It's amazing to me. But, no, I don't like that one. I have a whole bunch of just random flowers in here. Some that I made, some that were gifted to me, and some that I bought. I just throw them all in here. And then when I run low, I go and I refill it. Because I have big tubs sitting off to the side. But I've come to realize that I'm kind of a lazy crafter. I think that's the best way for me to explain it. I'm kind of a lazy crafter. If I have to get up to go get it, I'm probably not going to use it. So it needs to already be in my area in order for me to remember that I want to use it. which is really going to be kind of hard for me when I do my canvases, I think, because I have a huge, long, like, a table that's, like, almost twice as the size of this one, and it's sitting to this side of me. It's kind of like I have a long desk, and then a small desk right here that kind of fills in the gap, and then my big desk that makes it like an L shape. And that's where I plan on doing all my painting and canvases, and then we have these two big, like the theater masks, and they kind of creep me out, to be honest, but, oh, Scarlett just woke up. They're like this rustic, odd, weird, like a gold I've never seen before, and they look hideous, and they have those like leaves wrapped around behind the back of their heads like the Julius Caesar times. They're just, I don't know, I don't like them at all. So I need to fix all that. I'm going to add a frame here, I think. Is that what I'm after? I'm after something. I'm looking for something, and I don't know what it is yet. So I have all this to play with, and these. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I want one of these. So I'm really glad that you guys are liking the way the canvas is turning out, or the canvas. See, I'm so stuck on canvases right now, it's not even funny. I just want to get my hands dirty. I'm really glad that you guys are liking how the albums are coming out so far. They are a lot of, they are fun. I know that I keep saying that they're very like blah and boring and things like that. They are fun. They're just, there's so much, you know what I'm saying? Like if I did one, I would have had a blast. If I did two, I'm okay. Three's pushing it. Now I've gone too far. This is just taking it too far now. I've done 25 of them so far. Now, mind you, most of them are not to this point. They're just papered. So, and I'm grabbing for something else. Oh, there we go. That's what happens when I move stuff on myself. I can't find anything ever. And, yep. I just stuck it somewhere. Oh, hey, Wendy, if you're watching, I would really like to know where you got, come on, give it, these again. The company that I went to, the Rubber Ink, oh, I forgot the name of the company already. I had my stack of cards. I don't know what I did with them. Are they back there? Yeah. Let me just grab these real quick. Hang on. Sorry. I stuck the business card in here with my little stack of business cards of people that I've ordered from that I, had really good experiences with that I want to remember. Okay, ink, paper, rubber. I went to their website and they don't do online orders. Do I need to just contact the owner and see if she will, work with me, or is there another way I can order them? Because I've already used one whole roll of the 1/8. This is all I have left of the second one. And this is all I have left of the 1/4. That's it. I'm almost out. I'm panicking. So if you could either leave a comment on this video or private message me and let me know what I need to do to get more, I would really like to know, and I'd really appreciate it. And these glue bottles also came from Wendy. I am in love with these darn things. I have the, I have this Joann's Craft Essentials Tacky Glue in it right now. And the only thing that sucks about this is that it's so thick that it clogs up really easy. So I'm constantly, thank goodness I had a little baby safety pin. You can't even see that, can you? See the baby safety pin? And I just unbent it, and I use that now as my thing to unplug it, because it plugged up on me and I freaked out, and I'm like, oh boy, I have no way to unplug this thing. So And I got that glue in a yard sale. This lady was like doing this huge, I'm moving and I don't want it anymore, so I'm just going to sell everything. And it was like huge boxes of stuff. So I bought it, of course, because it was just a huge random like pack of just like a whole, like I got, I think like 15 of those card making magazines, and I don't know what to do with them. And they're older magazines, which I don't care. That's fine. They're new to me, you know. I got like 15 of those, and I got like one of those old, like the very first Cricut. I don't even remember. Not the Explorer, because that's what I have now. I don't remember what it was called, but there's like one on eBay for $10. I'm like, I'm not even going to bother. It's fine. I don't know what I'll use it for, but I'll figure something out, or, you know, I'll find somebody who's starting out in the family who wants to learn how to craft, and I'll just give it to them. Jason's stepmom, I guess. It's kind of weird to call her that because she's only, I think 4 or 5 years older than Jason. I think so. Anyway, she's an absolute sweetheart, but she's into crafting and things like that. So it's been a lot of fun moving from Vegas to here, because in Vegas I didn't have anybody who crafted or understood my passion for learning how to craft and learning how to do all this. They looked at me like I was wasting money and time. So it's been really nice coming out here, because a lot of people out here craft. Like a lot of the people Jason knows, they craft. So, which apparently Jason did not know that. So that's been kind of funny to learn and figure out and all that fun stuff. I have a whole bunch of I have flowers everywhere. I have fabric flowers. Oh, and I ordered, okay, so here's what I was looking for. See these rosebuds? Okay. I don't know if you guys can. I really got to figure out a better way to show you guys things, because my way's not working out. You guys see that? They're really cute, and they're a decent size, and I don't know what millimeter they are or anything like that, because, again, I don't know how to measure anything. I thought I was ordering them again, and I totally ordered the wrong ones. Can you guys see how little those are? You see that? Okay, in comparison. Yeah, oops. I don't, and unfortunately, it was like, you know, there was nothing I could do, and then, like these guys. Oh, 100 flowers! Yay! Awesome deal! See how little that is? I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Oh, this way. If I go this way, you might be able to see it. See that? There's 100 of them in there. Yeah, 100. I counted. 100. That's just amazing to me. And they're supposedly, like, all handmade. I don't understand how you make anything so little. And then these guys. Yeah, big mistake. Can you guys... Sorry, my nails are really, like, chipped. Do you see that? Can you even see that little bud? Yeah. Yeah. I kind of wished that the person I bought these from would have put, like, a dime next to it, so I could have seen how much smaller this was compared to the dime. Because this bud, I mean, it doesn't even take up my pinky finger. Like, it's so little. You see that? Just, I was baffled when I got them in the mail. And I ordered, like, these ones weren't too bad. These ones were okay. I can work with those. But I ordered quite a few from the same lady. Like, there's another itty-bitty bundle. And another itty-bitty bundle. I'm glad I didn't order the whole freaking store like I had planned, because I'd have been really upset had those showed up at my door, and I'm looking at them going, and I'm doing what with those, because I don't know what to do with them. So I try to use them as filler flowers as much as I can, because that was the whole reason why I ordered them, was so they could be filler flowers. I just didn't realize they were going to be microscopic flowers. I don't even know. I can't remember who I ordered them from either. Because, again, I never thought I would be doing videos, so there was zero significance of me trying to remember where I got stuff from. Although now I wish I could remember, because if I ever run out and I want to reorder something, I have no idea who to order it from. I have to start all over again with my research. That's alright. From watching YouTube, I have seen so many people that I want to buy from. You know what I mean? And, I just had my scissors. Oh boy. I really, really, really am looking for a lot of, like, chipboard pieces. And I was looking up, like, Dusty Attic, and because I don't know where to go. And, I'm really excited to say that Jane and Mike, have, you know, expanded their store by a lot, amazingly, like, overnight. Which, again, it's Two Below Designs. LLC is the difference. It's no longer just Two Below Designs. I'm so excited. She put up a post on her Facebook that they're getting the Dusty Attic, and I was actually, it's really funny, because I was actually looking at Dusty Attic items, and I had a cart, and went, okay, I'm getting ready to order, and my phone went ding, and of course I checked my phone, and it was Jane, and I went, yeah, cancel. So I just canceled my whole order. I'll order from Jane. I would much rather support someone in our crafty world than a big company. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't mind opening a store one day. I would like to get my, you know, crocheted items out there and actually sell them this time to people who are interested. Right now I'm just tucking in flowers wherever I see a hole. I don't do gaps. I don't know why. I can't, like, I see a gap here that's driving me crazy. So I'm looking for something to go right there. I don't know what. I don't have a clue. And see, like, none of my flowers match. I don't know if you guys have noticed that as I'm laying them down. Nothing matches. I don't do that. I don't know. Like, I hear people talk about, like, cool colors and warm colors. I have no idea what any of that means. I try to memorize the little, like, list. I can't remember it for the life of me. So I'm really excited to, like I said, in case you guys haven't noticed or can't tell, because, you know, I don't talk about it often enough, I'm really excited to get moving on my canvases. But I think I'm a little nervous to do them on video. Only because, one, I've never done it before, and two, I don't want it to be like 10 hours long, and I know I have more colors. That's what I'm looking for, is different colors. I don't want it to be 10 hours long, and I don't want it to be 50 videos, and I think it's the only thing that's, like, really making me nervous right now is how long is it going to take me? You know what I mean? Because I've never done one, so I don't know. And I thought I had more colors other than the yellow and the orange. I may not. Might be the only ones I have left in my stash. Alright. So I'm going to grab a yellow one. And I think I'm going to grab one of these green ones. So, and I don't know how to do the whole voiceover thing, and, you know, like I was saying, Jane just did hers, and I really like the fact that she talks through it, you know? She kind of explains what she's doing and why she's putting something where she's putting it, and things like that, and I feel like I really learned a lot by being able to listen, you know what I mean? Now, granted, I know I ramble a lot, and I talk a lot, and you may not even learn anything from me because I talk more about random stuff than about what I'm doing. But I have a feeling when it comes to these canvases, I'm going to be so nervous when it comes to doing them that I'm going to forget to talk about me, and all you're going to hear is me mumbling about the canvases. So, I don't know. I got to figure out how I want to go about it. I really think that I'm going to do real time and just do what I have been doing. That's what I'm most comfortable with right now. And it just seems to be the best way for me to go. If you guys disagree, just let me know, and I'll try to figure something out. I don't know what I have game planned out my sleeve. All I know is that I'm going to do them. And I've got I think 11 on my list that need to be done. We calculated all the family members that we wanted to get done. And I think we calculated 11. So I've also come to realize I seem to work well under pressure. I can't just do like one simple project and be satisfied with that. That's not enough. Because like I just got through saying, I probably will never take on 30 albums again at the same time. However, I'm going to take on 11 canvases. Something I've never done before, but I'm going to do 11 of them. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, that just sounds crazy. I feel like it's missing something. Sorry, I'm like trying to figure out what I think it's missing. Because I feel like it's too here and not out. Does that make sense? What am I missing here? So many different, like, she punched out so many different things for me to play with. Have you ever been in like a situation where you you're glad that you have options, but sometimes you think you have too many? Does that make sense? I hate that feeling. Because then, when you don't have enough options, you're like, well, crud, I don't have any options. Then when you have too many, it's like, well, shoot, that backfires, because now I have too many and I don't know what to choose. I kind of like that one. I don't know if I like that one standing by itself, though. Might end up having to add some. Well, I don't know. I kind of like it by itself. Yep, I'm doing it. I don't like to think when I craft. When I start thinking, I overanalyze it, I overdo it, and then I freak myself out, and that's when I start doubting myself. And I don't like that feeling. So I just stick it down, and I have fun with it. 9 times out of 10, I'm never like. I want to get to the point where I can look at my work and go, I like that. I am so happy with that. I'm not there yet. I'm still that type of crafter that goes, could that have been better? Could I have done that differently to make it better? I'm not really quite satisfied with that. You know what I mean? I don't think it's the worst thing I've ever done, because obviously improvements are constantly made, but I never feel satisfied with my work, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense to somebody else other than me. What am I doing next? Am I leaving this as is? You know what I'm missing? I'm missing my seam binding. That's what I'm missing. Oh, oh hey, I've got all sorts of goodies in here that I forgot about. That I even wrote on, because I don't label anything ever. All sorts of cute little goodies in there. Okay, seam binding. I knew I was missing something. Now what did I do with my tiles? I haven't seen those in a while now that I think about it. Oh, and my leaves. Maybe they're over here. Are they over here? Leaves there, I got pearls there. I have like all sorts of different things that I'm setting up around my room. My room is still a disaster. Like, I hate it when people come over and they're like, oh, this is where you work, huh? Like, yeah, it's okay. It doesn't need to be understood by anyone else but me. What did I do with my family tiles? I had them. Oh boy. I don't know what I did with them. Again, another failed prepared video. Thought I was prepared, totally am not. Whoop. Just dropped something behind me. That's why you guys come to watch. You guys get to watch the crazy newbie lady attempt to craft. Are they over here? No. Dang it. I don't idea with them. I'll find them in this heap of a mess somewhere. I know I will. Because I just have a ton of stuff. And then, of course, I had to make a birthday card at the last minute, and I still have all that stuff laying out, because I'm really bad about putting things away. I forgot who I was listening to, but they were talking about a crafty wish list. And, you know, they talked about, you know, the Silhouette and the Cricut and all sorts of different machines. And then the last thing they said, I died. I want a machine that comes into my room and goes, that's not clean, that's not clean, that's not clean. Let me get that for you. And just cleans up your whole room. How amazing would that be? Like Cat in a Hat coming in with all the little machines. That would be awesome. I would love it. It'll never happen, but I would still love it. Oh, you know what? I'm missing a butterfly. I should add butterflies to this. I have so much stuff just everywhere. Oh, I probably shouldn't throw that there, because I have my wires sitting here. Oh boy. One of these days I'll actually have enough energy and my OCD will kick in and say I'm done with the way my room looks, and I will get in here and bust tail and just get my room to where I feel like I can breathe again. Like I said in I don't know if it was my last video or the video before, but these books have like consumed my life. I'm like so obsessed about these books and getting them done that I have literally forgotten everything else. Like, not in life, just like in my craft room, I mean. And so when I walk into my craft room, I'm just like, oh, blah. You know? There's so nothing inspiring in here. My walls are bare. Although I do have two beautiful ATCs sitting on my desk now. Thank you, Gareth. They are so pretty. I keep looking up at them going, oh, they're so nice. I love them. Scarlett keeps trying to tell me that they belong in her room because they were a gift to her, not to me. She's so funny. She cracks me up. I don't know if you're watching, Jane, but I think you have Tubalo and I have Scarlett. Oh, it just cracks me up. She told me, all Happy Meal goes to me because it makes me happy, Mommy. I said, all right. How about you help Mommy open it? Okay. And, yeah, as soon as I turned off that video, she was, like, taking off with everything into her room. I'm like, where are you going? It's mine. It's my Happy Meal. It makes me happy. I go, well, it makes me happy, too, and it should be in the craft room. So, yeah, we had to have a, like, hour-long discussion of why it belongs in the craft room and not in her room. She wasn't having it at first. She was not okay with that plan. But they're sitting in my craft room, so I eventually won. Okay. And she gave me tons and tons of seam binding. I kind of like that purple. And I don't measure anything out. I just snip and go. Again, whole learning process. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm doing two things. Two things that I've constantly heard as a crafter. Number one, craft without fear. That's from Jane. Number two, just play. Just play. And I've heard that from so many crafters, I can't even tell you who they all are. Just play. Just do it. So that's what I do. I craft without fear, and I just do it. It may not turn out exactly what I had in my head, but chances are it's going to come out better than what I thought it could because I didn't know I could do that. Does that make sense? Do I want to stick this down with blue or... What did I just do with my tape? Oh, there it is. This stuff works great. I love it. I told you guys I would give you a little review of what I thought of it. I love this stuff. Just laying down some score tape. And I'm going to lay this guy down. Oh, I shouldn't have cut it yet. Oh, I got ahead of myself. That's alright. I'm going to lay this guy down. And I'll put something over it just to seal it down a little bit more. Cut off that little loose string. And I'm going to close this guy up. And I'm going to try, because again I don't measure anything, I'm going to try to line this up to my best of my ability. Back of my book. Is there an easier way to do this? Probably. Is this my way of doing it? Absolutely. If I make it as hard as possible now, it can only get easier, right? That's a horrible motto to live by. Don't live by that one. Don't do it. I always tell my kids, you need to work smarter, not harder. Smarter, not harder. They kind of look at me like I'm crazy, like I don't know what that means. It's alright, you'll figure it out one day. Smarter, not harder. I think I actually want to put one of these guys back here. See, here I go thinking again. You know I'm thinking when I go quiet. That could be very dangerous. I'm going to cut this right in half. and ink all this guy up because it's a little too bright for my taste. And the nice thing is that back here, I do the little mini albums. And I think I'm going to try to make that a goal for next. Well, it depends on how far we get. Oh my goodness, I'm already at an hour. Oh my goodness, I beat my 50-minute limit. I have not been paying attention at all to the clock. I am so sorry. You guys are probably going to look at this and go, what the heck did she do? I don't know. Just talking and rambling. Alright, so half of a butterfly there. Probably add like a little pocket or something. And yeah, I didn't get much accomplished today, did I? At least it doesn't feel like it. That's alright. We'll get there. So front cover's done. She has a place to... Do I have a tag? Do I have something? Anything? Anywhere? Oh, here. A way to slide this in, and she can add a photo. It's all glued down on the sides. You've got that part done. You guys see that okay? And we've got this side done. I might add something to it. I don't know yet. For the most part, I've been kind of leaving them plain. And then we've got our seam bindings on. And then maybe next week, I'll go through and actually start decorating these things, and then you guys can see where it gets all chunky and fat. This is insane. I cannot believe that I've been talking for this long. Apparently, I just needed to ramble today, because that email really got to me today. Just the fact that, you know, Linda's family isn't being so nice. Anywho, I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you again on Saturday, which I guess I should say Sunday, because technically I do these on Sunday, because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning here, my time. So, yeah, we'll just say Sundays. So, anywho, I will see you guys then. We will continue on with the book. And like I said, I hope you guys have a great week. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. See you guys next week. Bye.